A very good day to you people. My name is Mohit, and today I'm going to show you one amazing picture gallery. What's amazing about this gallery is, guys, that everything that you see in front of you is just on one single frame. I put the actions as well as the pictures on one single frame, so all the pictures, and there could be many, are on the same frame. So one single frame of magic, guys. I'm going to press Ctrl Enter on the keyboard and show you a published preview before I'll actually explain how it was done. I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter now. Now this is the first picture, guys, and blinding into the second picture now, and here comes the third picture. Right. Should loop back to the very first picture now, which it does, and it goes on and on and on. So it's an endless loop of blind. What's very good about the script that I've written is it's short and it's sweet. It's barely 23 lines of action script to 3, and what's also very good about this script that I've written is that I need to change just one single word here. Let's say I change the blinds to pixel dissolve. And let me also get rid of the number of strips. Now the number of strips is something that I cannot attach to pixel dissolve. I'll explain the script once again, guys. I'll come back to it. Let us just see the end product first. So a Control Enter once again. Now that's pixel dissolve, guys. Let me go back to the actions panel, and now instead of saying pixel dissolve, let me just say, let's say photo. So within no time, guys, I can change the type of transition that is happening. Guys, I'm working in the small screen view, and I prefer this because it gives me a lot of exposure to the stage that I need to see a lot. What it actually crunches is the properties inspector and the library. Let me go back to the actions panel, guys, and let me press Ctrl Z again and again and get myself back to the way I was earlier. Now, guys, you may be thinking, if he is using just one single frame, where are the other pictures? The first picture is on the very first frame. Where are the other pictures? Guys, all the other pictures are underneath the picture that you can see right now. Okay, let me prove my point. Let me select the very first picture, go to the properties inspector and reduce the width and the height of the very first picture. There. In doing so, I have exposed the second picture, which is now a movie clip, which was under the very first picture. Let me select the second picture now, and using the property inspector, crunch that too. And so I've exposed the third picture, which is below the second picture. So, guys, it is actually a stack of pictures. We can use more than 3 pictures. That's absolutely alright. There is no restriction on the number of pictures that you use, but we have to understand that if the file size, this file size may become really very big, and that may be a problem while loading of the page. Alright. So, guys, what I had done is, earlier I had imported all the pictures. I'm sorry, saying file and then import to library. You can even import to the stage straight away. Okay, so once the pictures are on the stage, I converted all of them to movie clips. And how do you convert the pictures to movie clips? Guys, I'm missing out certain steps. I'm assuming that you know how to import pictures. I'm assuming that you know how to convert pictures into movie clips. I'm just telling you verbatim what I did. I'm not going to show it to you. So all you need to do is say right click, say convert to symbol, and then choose a registration point and say OK. Alright, that is how you actually convert pictures into movie clips. And then you give them instance names. You go to the properties inspector, and then here you type the instance name for the 3 pictures, which were later converted to movie clips. All the 3 movie clips have been named Pic 1, the one at the top, Pic 2, the one in the middle, and Pic 3, the one right at the bottom of the pile or the stack. Okay, so it's a stack of 3 pictures, guys, named Pic 1, Pic 2, and Pic 3 after having been converted to movie clips. Very good. Now it's time for me to dig inside the actions layer and explain the action script to you. The first thing that I did here in line number 1 is that I imported the transitions class, all the transitions. Okay. Line number 3 declares a variable myImage, which will be storing a movie clip, and this will be changing, guys, from MC1, Pic 1 to Pic 2 to Pic 3, depending on the situation, and we'll soon see what is that situation or what is the scenario where these where the variable myImage will either store Pic 1, Pic 2, or Pic 3. We'll see that. The next thing that I've done is I have zeroed on the alpha of all the 3 pictures. I've made all the 3 pictures transparent. This was a necessity, guys. The next time you run the script, please don't please comment it out like this and then run the script, and you'll understand why did I need to do that. I think in fact I'll show it to you right now. If I press a control enter right now, initially I'm sure that you found an aberration. Okay, so I was required to reduce the alpha of all the 3 pictures in the beginning, because otherwise when the transition was happening with picture number 1, picture number 2 could be seen below it, and that is not what we wanted. Okay, now there is a function called the Pic Handler, which is the soul or the spine of this script. This function has been called again and again and again. In fact, it's been called 3 times inside a timer function. It's been called 3 times. If you were using 10 pictures, guys, it would be called 10 times, so on and so forth. Let's understand what this function Pic Handler does. First of all, let's talk about line number 10. Since all the pictures have an alpha of 0, the picture that I need to apply the transition to through the transition manager should get back to an alpha of 1. I should make it opaque because all the 3 pictures right now are transparent. So also, since all the 3 pictures are a pile or a stack stacked on top of each other, I need to make sure that the picture in question, which is stored in the variable myImage, should be right at the top of the stack. And I do that by adding the picture at index number 2 using the addChildAt method. When we use the addChildAt method, guys, and give an index number, I'm telling Flash that I want this specific picture to be on top. We are having 3 pictures, guys, on the display list. Their indices are 0, 1 and 2 respectively. The one at the bottom has an index of 0, the one in the middle has 1, and the one at the top has 2. So line number 9 ensures that the picture which is getting the transition should be right at the top. Line number 10 ensures that it's turned to full opacity from full transparency, and then I'm applying the transition through the transition manager.start method. This is the format, guys. My image is either storing pic 1, pic 2 or pic 3. The type of the transition being applied is blinds, where the number of strips are 40. I can change the number of strips, guys. You can very well do that. It's an optional parameter. You can even skip it. The duration is again an optional parameter. The duration here is 1, which means 1 second. The transition will happen over 1 second. I can skip this to again an optional parameter, guys. I can completely do away with both these parameters. Let me show it to you. I'm commenting out this bit, and let me run the script once again. As you can see, the number of strips have reduced, the time has increased, but those two parameters are optional parameters, guys. Okay, let me get back to the script, and let's remove the comment so that the duration and the number of strips are back in action. Now in line number 3, guys, I've instantiated a timer. I have stored the timer inside a variable, my timer. So the way you instantiate is the format is variable my timer of the type timer is equal to new timer. I'm telling Flash I'm going to use a new timer wherein I'll be using the first parameter, which is the delay parameter at 500 milliseconds, which is half a second, and I will also keep the repeat count. Now this number 27 is the repeat count. I will want my timer to fire 27 times before it comes to a stop, before it exhausts itself. 27 times it should fire off. Okay, now after instantiating a timer, we need to start it as well. Just instantiating is not enough. Just creating a new instance of a timer is not enough. We have passed the two required parameters, the delay and the repeat count, but that doesn't mean the timer will start itself. You need to start it using the start method, which I've done in line number 14, guys. I also need to add an event listener to the timer, which I've done in line number 15, guys. This event listener will listen to these 500 milliseconds, and every time it understands that half a second or 500 milliseconds have elapsed, it will fire off a function timer handler. And let's see what the function timer handler does. Now the function timer handler says if my timer.current count is equal to 1. Now what is current count, guys? Guys, the repeat count is 27. Okay, which means the timer will tick off or fire off 27 times. The first tick, or the first time it fires off, that's current count 1. The second time it fires off, so a tick, 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 and every tick is a current count. So the first tick is current count 1, the second tick is current count 2, the third tick is current count 3, so on and so forth. So the first time the timer ticks, I want that my image, which is a variable, should store a value called pic1, or the movie clip that should be stored in my image should be picture 1, or the one at the top. And after storing pic1 in my image variable, I want it to fire off the function picture handler, and the function picture handler is right here, guys, starting line number 8, ending line number 12, where I want my picture to be right at the top of the pile. I want the alpha to be reset to 1, and then I want the transition to start. Okay, line number 20 says if my timer.current count is equal to 10. Now this will happen after 5 seconds, guys. The first transition will take place, the picture would halt, you will get some time to see the picture, and after 5 seconds my image variable will store in itself picture to movie clip and rerun Pic Handler function. The Pic Handler function will ensure that the image in question, the movie clip in question, which is pic 2, will be right at the top, will have full opacity, and will blind through over 1 second, having number of strips 40. Line number 21 says, if when the current count reaches 19, okay, so that'll be 19 into 500 milliseconds. That's 9.5 seconds, guys. Yes, 9.5 seconds. I want the variable my image to have a value of pic 3 or hold movie clip pic 3 in itself, and run Pic Handler once again. Line number 22 says, now this was required for looping, guys, that when my timer dot current count becomes 27, it's another way of saying when the timer comes to an end, a halt, or stops, the journey ends, then I want my timer to be reset, and I also want to restart the timer. So my timer does start after having reset the timer, which will mean that the current count will again become 1, then 10, then 19, then 27. So it'll keep on and on and on. It'll go on and on and on. Okay, so a very short and sweet script, guys. Before I actually sign off, let me show you the published preview. Also, I need to tell you that you can change the blinds to a fade, maybe a zoom. You can do away with these optional parameters, the duration and the number of strips, and you can change the type, and you would have a different transition for your project. So before I sign off, guys, I would want to show you the end product once again. Very nice. As I said, I can change the number of strips from 40 to 50 or 20 or 30. Again, depends on the situation. Guys, I do conduct training in web development. The prices quoted here are in Indian rupees. If you stay overseas and wish to learn online with me, the prices would be different. You would need to write to me and I would answer back. So guys, I hope I'll see you next time with yet another tutorial in either Flash or Dreamweaver. Till that time, keep rocking, and please do comment and subscribe if you did like the tutorial. Bye bye.